In the beginning, there were cubicles, endless rows of gray, soul-sapping cubicles. And lo, the people toiled 5 days a week, from 9 to 5, sometimes longer, beneath the unholy glow of flickering fluorescent lights. They rose before the sun and returned home after dark. They answered to their taskmasters, who went by names like manager, director, and corporate. They sat in meetings that led nowhere. They filled out spreadsheets no one would ever read. They pretended to care about performance reviews and quarterly goals. And their souls cried out in silence, "There must be more than this." And their cries reached the heavens, not in words but in sighs, in stress headaches, in Sunday night dread, and in dreams quietly dying at the back of their minds. Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. We're diving deep into one of the most powerful freedom stories ever told, the story of Moses and the Exodus. But we're not here to talk about ancient Egypt. We're here to talk about your Egypt. You see, Egypt isn't just a place. It's a system that promises comfort in exchange for control, security in exchange for submission. And before you know it, you're 35, stuck in a job you hate, wondering how you got here. This story isn't about Pharaoh versus Moses. It's about you versus the machine. It's about waking up to the realization that wage slavery is still alive and well, just dressed up in business casual. So today, we're not just telling a story. We're starting a revolution. This is your burning bush moment, your wake-up call, your chance to ask the question, what if I could break free? Let's call it what it is, wage slavery. That might sound extreme, but think about it. Millions of people wake up each day, not with purpose, not with passion, but with pressure. Pressure to show up, clock in, smile on cue, hit the metrics, and repeat every single day. They work jobs they don't love, for companies they don't believe in, just to afford rent, gas, groceries, and maybe a little slice of rest on the weekend. They sold us a dream. The dream job, with perks and pizza Fridays and health insurance like it's a gift, not a basic right. They promised security, a steady paycheck, stability. But what they didn't tell you was that freedom would be the price. This is Egypt, not the place, not the pyramids, but the mindset, the invisible prison where fear and comfort keep you stuck. It's the voice that says, be grateful for what you have. Don't rock the boat. This is just how life is. Egypt is routine dressed as responsibility. It's comfort wrapped in chains. And just like in the days of Pharaoh, the system doesn't want you to leave, because it needs you. It runs on your exhaustion. It feeds on your time. It survives on your belief that this is the best you can get. And if you never question it, if you never rebel, if you never wake up, then you'll die in the same chair you were trained to sit in and call it a life. In the book of Exodus, God sends Moses with a message that shook an empire. Let my people go. Not give them better hours, not offer them remote flexibility, not throw in dental. No, he said go. Full freedom, no compromise. Moses, let my people go. Pharaoh, we'd love to explore that in Q3, pending the next round of stakeholder alignment. But first, can they hit their KPIs? Moses wasn't just a man with a beard and a stick. He was a system disruptor, a freedom hacker, the first whistleblower of empire-scale oppression. He didn't ask for incremental change. He didn't file an HR complaint. He didn't wait for a promotion. He demanded liberation in full. Moses had a stutter. He had doubts. He wasn't rich or powerful, but he had a message and the courage to deliver it. That's the thing about freedom. It rarely starts with perfection. It starts with conviction. Every system has a pharaoh, a gatekeeper, a boss who says, no, stay here. This is all you get. But every system also has a Moses, maybe quiet, maybe unsure, who looks that power in the face and says, not anymore. Back in Moses' time, Egypt was hit with 10 plagues. Frogs, locusts, rivers of blood, pretty metal. But today's Pharaoh doesn't need rivers to run red. He's got Microsoft Teams. You reply. They reply. You reply again. You go to sleep and you wake up to 47 unread messages, none of which solve anything. This meeting could have been an email. That email could have been silence. Yet here you are, smiling at your boss' pixelated face for the 12th hour this week. Sunday night, your stomach sinks. Your freedom fades. The ghost of Monday taps on your shoulder and whispers, "You have a 9 a.m. check-in." That feeling when your boss sends you a, "Hey," no context, just, "Hey," that's not a message, that's a threat. You're not working. You're looking busy. Tabs open, Slack active, spreadsheets up, the digital dance of survival. Coffee in, dreams out. You tell yourself you're just tired, but this isn't tired. It's soul-deep fatigue. They dangle it like a carrot. Just stay a little longer, you're next in line. But somehow, next never comes. Busyness has become the new identity. If you're not exhausted, are you even working hard enough? Spoiler, yes, you are. These are the new chains, not made of iron, but of endless tasks, vague performance reviews, and toxic hustle culture. And just like ancient Egypt, no one's coming to rescue you. No burning bush, no sea splitting. The only way out is if you decide to walk. Here's the truth. Exodus isn't just a Bible story. It's not some ancient parable to be read and forgotten. It's a blueprint, a roadmap, a manual for escaping systems designed to keep you small. Freedom starts with honesty. You have to admit the system isn't serving you, that the 9 to 5 isn't just a job, it's a trap for your time, your talent, your spirit. This doesn't mean everyone should quit tomorrow, but it does mean we stop pretending that comfort equals happiness, that a paycheck equals purpose. You can't fix what you won't face. Once you know you're in captivity, the next step is the scariest, leaving. The wilderness is that strange space between your old life and your real one. Wilderness is uncertainty. It's freelancing without a client yet. It's launching that Etsy shop, that YouTube channel, that online course. It's moving to a cheaper city. It's living smaller so you can dream bigger. It's terrifying. It's messy. You'll doubt yourself. People will question you. But this is where transformation happens. Moses didn't go from slave to savior in a day. He wandered. He wrestled. He grew. And so will you. Moses didn't have a map, no 5-year plan, no stable Wi-Fi. He didn't know exactly where he was going. He just knew he could not stay where he was. Maybe your first idea won't work. Maybe the wilderness lasts longer than you hoped. But if you believe, deep down, that life is more than bills, meetings, and middle management, then you're already free, right here. Freedom isn't about location. It's about mindset. It's about choosing purpose over predictability, growth over guarantees, faith over fear. You don't need permission to walk away. You just need the courage to begin. Here's the part no one talks about, the Red Sea moment, that line between staying where it's safe and walking into the unknown. This is where most people turn back. They say, "It's too late. I've got bills. I've got kids. I don't have the time." And Pharaoh smiles, because fear is his final weapon. But what if you walked anyway? What if, like Moses, you stepped forward even when the path wasn't clear? What if the sea didn't part until you moved? Your Red Sea might look like starting with one freelance gig, creating your first product, downsizing your life, quitting that job, or maybe just believing for the first time that you're meant for more. Moses didn't cross the Red Sea alone. He led people with him. And maybe you were not just escaping for you. Maybe your courage gives others permission to leave too. Start your exodus. Choose purpose over paycheck. Let yourself go. If you are ready to take that first step, to write your own freedom story, let us know in the comments. Share your dream, share your fear, and most of all, don't wait for the sea to part. Walk forward. That's how it opens. Subscribe for more mindset shifts, real talk, and your weekly dose of digital rebellion.